Hi. I trust that if you landed on this video at this time, at this very moment, the card I'm about to pull, well, it must be meant for you. Hi, I'm Patty Rose. I'm a creative business coach, an oracle card creator, and a lover of intuitive approaches to creative business. I am going to pull a card today to help tune into messages, to feel into the focus for the week. And I'm going to use a new deck that you haven't seen before, Be Empowered. I believe that you have the ability to empower yourself to find what's most important and put the focus on it and take the action that builds on itself, that creates confidence, that creates clarity. And it's really through action and implementation that these things happen. So I'm going to pull from the Be Empowered deck. And what I like to do before we get started is a little grounding message. So just to say that collectively, whoever lands here to be with me in this moment, that the message is meant for you, that you find some solace, some heartwarming, some direction for your day, your week, your hour, your month, your year. So I hope that this only comes to the highest, most beautiful, most loving, most pure source of good that's available to all of us always. Okay. And so I'll just do a little shuffle. And if you were here, I would have you tell me when to stop. But since you're not, I'm going to trust my intuition and the card is share kindness in every interaction. Share kindness in every interaction. You know what came to my mind immediately? The question about whether you're sharing kindness with yourself. The negative chatter and question and self-doubt that can be prevalent in the mind when we create and when we decide that we want to share our creation with others and make it public and put it out in the world, that those thoughts can be unkind. And if you've ever had the negative chatter and the unkind thoughts, you know full well what I mean. They can stop you in your tracks. They can make you not share the thing that you just created that you really know deep down is beautiful and is gorgeous or meaningful or has value for someone else. And yet those little negative chatter thoughts can derail the process, right? So, are you being kind to yourself in every interaction? Are you being kind to your heart in every interaction? Are you reminding yourself when those self doubt questions come up or those negative chatter voices come up? Can you kindly ask them to leave? Thank you. I heard your perspective and I'm really not interested. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye now. So I think that's the first thing that came to me was this self-kindness. We talked about self-empowerment, becoming the vehicle for yourself, that you can trust yourself, that you can build on your work and your value and what you have to share. And kindness is a really big part of that. And how can you then also come from a place of kindness for yourself and then share that outwardly? Because kindness can go a really long way in interactions. And when you're building a business online and when you're sharing your creativity, there's a lot of interaction. There's a lot of connections with other people. Some of it's collaboration, some of it's potential clients, some of it's community. But in those interactions, can you practice a little extra kindness? So that's the message for this week. And I'm feeling called to pull another card. What do you think? Should I pull another card? I'm going to pull another card. I'm going to pull one more. I like this deck. I'm going to pull from this deck one more time. And we'll shuffle a bit. And let's see, do we have a specific message? Have a specific message? Why don't you ask quietly to yourself or out loud to yourself a specific message while I pull? Oh, we got a jumper. I'll get that in a second. This might be a 3-card reading. Okay, I'm going to cut this deck in half. I'm going to take the top card. Okay. Okay, so the jumper's on the side. The second card I got was count your blessings. The figure 8 makes me feel like, the idea that that kindness that you give comes back, and what you put out comes back, and the creativity you share comes back, and the blessings you give come back. So counting your blessings is really about gratitude. It's about remembering what's already in your possession and being grateful and thankful for it. That's what count your blessings is. I'm so grateful that I have this time with you right now. I am very grateful that I have this deck that I can share with you right now. I didn't even mention this is a deck I created. So I'm very grateful that I'm stepping into my self-empowerment and getting past the negative and being kind to myself and counting my blessings. And it can be the littlest thing. It can be the littlest thing in your life that you can just put some focus on, just put some recognition to. Like, I forgot I have this thing. Or I've experienced this. I had a really great talk with my sister. I had a really nice coffee at the cafe. I had a beautiful walk in the park. These are such amazing blessings. And I think it's very, very important to remember them. And I'm going to share. Where'd it go? The jumper. Your courage is your compass. Ooh, your courage is your compass. That feels so big and powerful. Your courage is your compass. What does it mean? What do you take that to mean? You see the compass photo, the image behind there, the compass? There's so many directions, and there's you in the center. There's all these directions, and you and your courage to share, to act, to implement, to meet, to converse, to network, to be in community, to be seen, to be visible. Your courage, because depending on the situation, it could be the situation of the moment for you. It could be the situation based on who you are and in the way you like to behave and the way you feel. It could be the situation based on where you're living in the moment. All those things will affect your courage to step out, to be seen, to be visible, to do, to implement, to take action. But when you have the courage to do something, you give yourself a little gift. You give yourself a little gift that you can count as a blessing. Your courage is a blessing. So I would love to hear in the comments what you think of these. So we had share kindness in every interaction. We have count your blessings. And we have your courage is your compass. Share in the comments which one of those really hit for you today, or did all three? I mean, they feel like a really strong pattern together. The kindness, the blessings that you give and receive and give and receive, and the courage that you put out comes back and builds on itself, and it guides you. It's your compass. It can guide you. When you act with courage, when you find your courage, use your courage, trust your courage, it can guide you to your next step. Okay. I loved being here with you today. I hope this was valuable and gives you some focus and direction for the week, for the day, the month, the year, whatever it is that you need. Be sure to hit subscribe and like and share this with your biz bestie, your creative friends, and share in the comments what you thought of today's reading and which one really hit home for you. And I will see you next week.